All right. So, first of all, good morning, good evening, good afternoon from wherever you are. I welcome you all to this Power Apps Developer Bootcamp. And in today's session, I'm going to talk about how we can get started with the Power Apps portal. So, this is the complete beginner session who are coming for the first time and seeing the Power Apps portal, how they can develop their first Power Apps portal with some basic clicks without having much coding knowledge, how we can leverage different capability of the portal. We will be talking about those things in detail over here. And yes, as Arpit mentioned earlier, that PowerApps portal is something which allows us to build a portal for the external users as well. So we will be talking more about that thing. And there are a lot more capability as well provided with the PowerApps portal to log in with external identities and all. So we will be taking a high level overview about all of these things. So before we get started, let me talk about few things about me. So basically, I'm a Power Platform specialist and Microsoft 365 developer, and mostly I'm an active blogger, YouTuber, having published more than 550 plus tech videos on my YouTube channel, and I'm preparing different tech series on mostly Power Platform like Power BI, Power Apps Beginner series, AI series, everything. So you can find all of those link or to my this Linktree account. So Linktree URL is very simple. That is linktree/dhruvin.shah. And once you click on that, it will redirecting you to one of the browser window. And from there, you will find all my links up for my YouTube, website, Instagram, LinkedIn, all of those links. So I will provide this link at the end of the session as well in the chat window. So do follow me to learn more about those things in detail. So in today's session, how much thing I'm going to cover, let me talk about that. So in my session, I'm going to use very few slide, less theory concept, and we will go more practically on the Power Apps portal. So first of all, I'm going to explain you what is Power Apps portal and what are the different characteristics of Power Apps portal. And after that, we will get started for provisioning a blank Power Apps portal, and we will talk about different components. So we will be talking about when you create the PowerS portal for the first time, which type of screen you are able to see, which type of components you can use in the PowerS portal, and how you can create different kind of web pages and different list and forms, as well as the security concept of PowerS portal as well. So this is the high level overview that we are going to cover in next 50 minutes. And moreover, like this is mostly the basic concept. So it's not too much advanced level, like you need some pro knowledge or something like that. It's not like that. I will share you the concept. So at the end of the session, I'm sure that if you follow me throughout the end, you are able to create your first portal app at the end of the session, and you will have a confidence that the portal is something which is very easy with the low code as well. Because on my YouTube, I am receiving lots of requests for creating a portal series. So definitely I'm going to launch soon that series in a very deep knowledge. But let's take an overview about overall portals. So first of all, the question arises in your mind that what is PowerApps portal? So basically, PowerApps portal empowers everyone to interact with the Microsoft Dataverse data using portals. Now here everyone meaning anyone who is accessing a public internet, meaning external user or internal user. Now with portal apps, like model driven apps and canvas app, at this moment what is the scenario? Like let's say I build the app. Now I want to share the app with external user. Then what I need to do is I need to add them as a Azure B2B or B2C, and after that I can need to add that user as a guest user in my tenant, and after that I can share that app. But what happen if I want to create one public facing portal for my organization, and from where anyone can access my portal and view the public content, as well as I wanted to achieve something like few things, few forms that I'm building. It is only for the identity user, meaning who are registered with the portal. How can I manage that thing as well? What are the different roles we can create? We will see all of these things in detail throughout this session. So basically, PowerS portal is something using which you can interact with the Dataverse data, because whenever you are creating portal and we are creating any forms or a list, those data are storing into Microsoft Dataverse. Now, let me talk about the different characteristics of Power Apps portal. So basically, the first thing is that we can engage with the external customers and partners. Second one is that we can create the responsive website. So meaning like whenever we build our portal app for the first time, it is responsive in nature. You do not need to take too much effort into build the responsive thing over there, and it will bring all your data together at a single place, right? So these are the main three characteristic. And now let me talk about the different core components of the portal. So you can see this kind of screenshot on my screen. So these are the different component, and I know we will talk when I share the screen and when we actually create one portal app. So you will get to see this screen, and at that moment I will talk about like what do we mean by different content or component, like what list will do, what form will do. We will discuss about that thing over there. So now let's move over to the live demo, and let's talk about how you can get started with the portal app for the first time, right? So first of all, let me just open up my make.powerapps.com. Basically, you need to go to the app section, create button, and simply need to click on portal from the blank. Now mostly I'm not from the dynamics background, so if you have dynamics 365 environment, over there some of the templates are also available for sales and all. So that was some another concept, but in this session we are focusing on to creating the portal from the blank. So let's create that. So first of all, the very basic step is that like similar like you are creating canvas app and model driven app, there is an option to create a portal app. So let's click on that, and it will provide you an option to create a portal from the blank. Right now my tenant is something which has a licensing to create one portal. So I'm not able to create, but I will show you the step. So first of all, you need to provide the name for your portal, and just need to provide some address and select the language and just hit to click on create. Now once you click on create, what happen here is it will take around 40 to 45 minutes to provision the portal for you. Meaning what it will do is behind the scene, it will import mostly the solution in your solution folder. So when you go to your solution folder, you will see after you creating your entire portal, one package will be created behind the scene. So for that purpose, it is taking some moment of time. So make sure that whenever you are starting the portal, it will take some time, and even like when we start that and when it is ended, it will send us the email notification as well, that your portal is created, right? So that is one thing. Now after we create the portal, how it will look like and what how the screen is looking like, let me show you that thing. But before that, let me show you the end outcome that we are going to achieve throughout the entire session. So basically I am going to create one power community portal. So basically I'm going to create this type of portal. So when we open that, we have having this kind of public facing site where we have home option, service option, then training information, where different training schedules has been provided, and if someone want to enroll themselves to the training, they will just fill out this particular form and just click on submit, and it will store the data to the dataverse. And with respect to that, let's say for an example, for permission thing, I am just trying like just wanted to show you the concept. Like if you want to achieve like some of the forms should be visible to only specific user from your organization, then how you can manage different roles behind the scene. So we can also talk about those things in detail over here. So very basic thing that we are going to cover, but how to build that, how to create different pages, what are the different components that you can use, let's get started to explore those things with the portal, right? So this is the already created portal. So I have one another tenant as well, from where when I just created one fresh portal, and I didn't make any pages and everything over there. So let's get started with that portal. And as I mentioned, portal creation process is taking 45 minutes. So I already created and just open up into edit mode. So once you're let me show you that when you are coming, when you're let's say web.powerups.com, when your portal is created, how you can find your portal under the app section. So basically you simply need to go to the app section over here, and in if your app has so many applications, it will show you with the type portal. So you can simply use the sort feature and portal will appear for you. So this is the portal that we created. And when we create one portal app, behind the scene one model driven app is also created. We will talk more about that thing in detail, which is used for the portal management. So now let's get started and start to edit the portal. So basically once the portal is created, you simply need to click on the ellipsis and click on the edit icon, and I'm just opened that portal. So basically when you are checking for the portal for the first time, some out of the box screens are already been created. Like if you click on browse websites, then what happen here is it will open the preview for this particular entire portal for you. So let's check the what in the out of the box manner when we create it for the first time, how many things it is being provided. So let's check out that thing, and after that let's make some configuration changes. So let me just allow this pop up so it will open up my website over there. And whenever you are launching this browse website feature for the first time, it will take some amount of time because it is clearing the cache and after that rendering the entire thing for you. So make sure about that. So whenever you are for the first time, this Contoso site has been created, and you can see that some out of the box things are there. One service page is there, and some child pages are also there. One about us section is there, search icon is there from where you can search, and sign in option is also there, where let's say if you have defined some of the identities for your portal to log in, it will show you that thing to you as well. So let's click on sign in and let's see what we are getting here. So it is taking some time. You can see that user can use the local sign in, and here some registration process is also been provided. So let's say if someone want to register with your portal externally, they can simply provide their any email address and that will store in one of the dataverse table, and after that the user comes over here again in the portal, they are able to sign in over there. And here at this moment the Azure AD identity is provided. Apart from that, we can provide Facebook sign in, Google Plus sign in, LinkedIn sign in, Microsoft sign in. So many things are also been provided. So it's a huge area. Identity is something which will take another 1 hour entire session to manage those things. So let's focus on the first part about the portal. So basically, when you are coming for the portal screen for the first time, we are able to see this kind of screen where we have the top header, where we have new page creation option from where you can simply create some new pages. Then at the center we have the canvas section. So you can see that at this moment some of the section has been created. So this is similar, like you can also use, if you are familiar with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, you can also use those kind of programming language over here with this particular portal. As well as this portal is using the Liquid language as well. Liquid is another language like with HTML, CSS. If you want to bind some data in between your section, you can use that. And over here this is the main tool options. So from here you can check the entire navigation. So let's say here at this moment we have home, services, and about us. So under services I need two other pages, product A and product B, so it is showing that, and about us is the another page, right? So this is first option is page and navigation. Second thing is component section. So these are the out of the box component which are provided at this moment. So this is a simply drag and drop kind of UI, like one column section, two column section, three column section. It is provided. If you want to add some text, you can simply use text control, image control, iframe. If you want to load some external forms, like you have created some form in Microsoft Form and you just want to embed that form with this particular portal app, then you can simply load that to the iframe. Then form is something like if you have model driven app on some of the dataverse table, and if you want to integrate those form, you can simply use this form component. Then a list. So let's see, if you have some dataverse table created and if you have some data insertion process, like I just wanted to show how many trainings has been scheduled to the next month, so I can simply use this list feature. Breadcrumb is a navigation purpose feature which you can leverage. And Power BI, so if you want to integrate any Power BI report, you can simply use this particular feature. Then there is an option called themes. As I told you, like it is supporting the programming language as well. So let's see, if you enable the theme in out of the box manner, it is provided so many other themes as well. So based on your convenient, you can choose any of the themes from here, and you can whenever you select the theme, it will show all the colors on this particular right hand side navigation. And you can also upload your custom CSS file as well, right? So based on your requirement, if you are good with CSS, HTML, you can use that as well. And at last, there is an option called page template. So different kind of page templates are provided, like if some out of the box access denied page, default studio template, full page, page with child links. So these are the different templates for the page which are provided over here, right? So this is the main toolbar, or we can see on the left navigation. Now let me show you one another interesting thing, that if you are familiar with HTML and CSS, then what you can achieve more over here. So let's say, for an example, I'm selecting any of the section from here. Let's say I'm selecting this section, and now let's say I do not want to drag drop. I have a good command on HTML, CSS and all. So I can simply click on this code icon from the bottom, and it will show you the source code for that specific section. And over here you can make the appropriate change, and you can define different components and all the things over here, right? So this is another important thing that I wanted to show you. And over here on the right hand side, this is the property pane. So let's say I'm selecting this particular text box. So what are the property of the text box? It is showing me over here on the right hand side section. So this is the basic screen overview that I've shown you. Now let's talk about how to let's make some changes here, and then we will go forward with creating one page. So let's say I'm just making some updates here, like Power Community, and hey, welcome to Power Community. Now I want to create one new page, and over there I just wanted to provide some training information. So let's click on this component section, and over here first of all we will need to create a page, right? So go to the new page section, and over here let's create one blank page for our portal. So I just click on this blank page, and let's see, once it is created, it will show us that page. So it is loading, and our page has been created successfully here, right? Now at this moment it is created one blank page, and you can see that on navigation as well it has added that concept. Now let's say I just wanted to rename my page, so I will just select this and change the properties. So I will just provide training schedule, and you can you can also provide the URL as well, like friendly URL if you wanted to have. So I'm just provide training schedule. Now Let's just add one text component here. So simply just provide text component. So it will add one text, and just let's provide training schedule, right? Just make the fancy font, right? And let's make it to center. Then what I want to do here is I want to prepare a section like Power BI, Power Apps, and Power Virtual Agents. So I will select this particular section and just add three column section at this moment. So let me just, I just added some different thing. So I'm selecting that and three column section, right? Now over here, I want to add one image control. So I will use simply one image, and over here, let me just upload one image from my PC. So I'm just uploading some of the icons. So I'm just uploading one Power BI icon over here. So it is being uploaded. Same way, I want to upload one Power Apps icon. So I will just click on plus and simply add one image control and upload one another icon for Power Apps. And over here, let's just upload one Power Automate icon. So just go to the plus icon, insert the image again, and let's upload that Power Automate. So it is being uploading. Let's wait for a minute. And over here it was not uploaded because I think I didn't click proper replace. All right, so it's being done right now. Below section, after image, if you want to add any content, you can also add the content similar like the adding some text content, right? So I'm not doing that at this moment, and for just for a time saving. And over here, if you are aware for HTML and CSS, just open up that, and over here you can see that image control has been added as a div format. So if you are aware about good at HTML CSS, you can directly make the changes from here and make the changes in the using the save option. So let's say I'm at this moment, I'm just making one save changes by just making some minor changes in my power paragraph tag, and I'm good to go, right? So this is another thing. Now let's say for an example, let's just check this page how it is looking in the public facing website. So I'm just clicking on browse website, and let's see how this page is looking like into preview mode. So let's just check this feature and let it to be refreshed. And here you can see that on top navigation we have training schedule, and all of these three images are visible to me here, right? Now coming towards the next part, like let's say I want to show some training schedule, like in a week how many schedules are there, and I want to grab that record from Dataverse. So how can I do that? And most of the time any beginner have lots of questions related that. So I'm going to show you the step by step procedure in order to implement that. So for that, first of all, let's create one Dataverse table from the scratch. So go to the data section, go to the table section, and let me just create one table called training times. So I'm just going to here, and let me just provide a name of my table, and let me just click on create. So that will create one Dataverse table over here. So this has created this table over here for me. Now let's create some another columns over here, like I want training time as well here. So I'm just clicking on add column and just training time, and just make it as text data type, and just clicking on done, right? And just click on save table. Most of the people forgetting to save the table, so make sure that it is in the bottom right corner, so you save that column. And over here you can see that all the columns for the training times, and which are the custom column that we have created, it is showing when you filter by custom, you are able to see that. Now let's make some data entry over here and then show those records to my portal. So for that, let's go here and go to the data section, or maybe you can simply click on add records. So when you click on add records, it is asking you for the sign in once again. Oh my god, it is asking me to update my password. Okay, just a minute. All right. So let me not update the password at this moment, because otherwise I will face some issue. But let me show you the procedure with my another portal that I do have. Just let me show you. So similar kind of Dataverse table I have created over here as well. So let me just go to the table section, and I do created a table called training times. Right, so this is the table, and a similar exact column I have created. Right, now to insert the data, how, what step do I need to perform? So for that I need to go to the form section first, and let's say whenever you click on this particular let's say if you want to insert the data, then you click on this add record. Then what happen here is it will redirecting you to the second screen, similar like the same one that we are able to see earlier, and it was asking me to change my password. So similar kind of screen will be visible to you, and after that it will show you this kind of interface to enter the records in your Dataverse table. But before that, let me show you few more things. So let's say for an example, whenever you are creating your columns into Dataverse, sometimes what happen here is in your particular form, you are not able to see every field. You are sometimes only able to see name field. You are not able to see the training time. Then how can you do that? For that, you need to customize your form, right? So this is the similar experience that we are doing for model driven apps. So basically you think your what should you do is just go to the form section, and form type should be main, and just edit this particular form. So when we click on this edit form, what happen here is it will open me the app interface, model driven app interface, and from where I can change the different form fields. So over here you can see on my screen that there is a sample canvas, and over here the different things has been provided. Like now let's say in form there is name and owner field is provided, and if you want to add this training name, then what you need to do, just open up the field section, and over here you will be able to see the training time. You simply can drag that particular field over here, and you are good to go. That field will be visible for you, and if you want to remove or wanted to make some changes, you can easily do it over here. So make sure that if your redirection form do not show every field, you need to customize that form, and after that you need to publish that form, right? So that is one important step. Now after that, what you need to do is, let's just make some entries into my table. So I'm just going here, and let me just add some entry. Like let's say I wanted to have Power Virtual Agents training, so I will just add PVA, Power PVA training. Then I just wanted to provide some training time. So the training time will be Saturday, Sunday, 3 to 5 p.m. Right? And now I'm just clicking on save and close. So what it will do is it will add that entry to that Dataverse table. So now let's go again here and let's check the data. So at this moment already I added some entries, but let's see the latest record. And if it is not presenting here, just click on refresh data from the top, and you can see that the last record that we inserted, PVA training, has been visible to me over here, right? So this is cool. So we have created our grid. Now the thing is that I want to show this entire table to my Power Apps portal on my public facing site, so that a student have an idea that sir is going to schedule some training on this and this time. So if they want to enroll themselves, they can fill out the form and send their query. So I'm going here. again to this particular Power Apps portal, and the page that we build in my another tenant, similar page I developed here as well. So I will show it from here that how you can add that. So for that you simply need to add what I have done is I already added that, but let me show you that procedure as well. So first of all, I just added one column section here. So it has added this kind of section for me. Then I click on that and just click on component, and from the component I just added one list. So let's select that list. So once you open up, it is providing me an option to create a new list or use the existing one. So when you are coming for the first time, you should create a new list. I already have one, so you can also use the existing one, but I will create a new for you. So I'm just creating training information one, and then we need to select our Dataverse table. So our Dataverse table name was training times. So we need to select that table, right? So go again here and select your Dataverse table name, that is training tables. So let's select that PQRST training table, training times. Yes, here it is. So let's select that, and after that it is showing me to select the view. Now at this moment this many of views are provided. Now what do we mean by this view? Let me explain you that thing as well. So let's say for an example, here we are on my Dataverse table, and here you can see view section. So here you can see the different views, like active training times, inactive training times, everything. So once you click on the view, you are able to see the preview of the view, that how it is looking like. Now over here as well, you can customize based on a requirement. So like, let's say if you wanted to add some more columns over here, so you simply use this particular filled column, view column, and just add some another columns as well that are available for this particular view, and just add those columns. So at this moment I do not want to add anything, but instead, like if there is a requirement to add some more columns, you can also add those columns as well, right? So if you go to here onto this field section, and let's say if you wanted to add some owner, simply drag that column or maybe double click on that column, that will add the column for you. And let me just remove that at this moment, and once you do with the changes, just publish those changes and we are good to go, right? So at this moment we wanted to show one of the view that we have configured. So I just selecting active training times, and after that it has some check boxes that create new record, view details, edit records, delete records. If you wanted to provide all of this functionality to the user onto the same grid, you can do that as well. I'm not checking that at this moment. And here as well, there is an option called enable table permission. So let's say if you have applied some custom permission on your table, and if you enable that, meaning those permission levels are also applied onto this particular grid. And in setting number of records per page, how many things you want to show, and by default 10, but you can change based on your requirement. Now let's click on browse website and let's explore those features over here. So we just added that list, and now let's see how that list is going to look like. So changes made were not saving. Okay, let it to be saved. So it is saving the change. Yes, it is saved. And now let's go to browse website and let's see the changes. So on the screen, we just added this particular grid over here. One of the grid I already added, but let's see the latest one that we have just added. It is showing me over here, right? So this is how you can simply, check this particular thing, like when the training has been scheduled, right? So my data is in Dataverse, but still external user will able to see those records over here, right? So that is one thing. Now second thing is that we are going to build this kind of form for our trainee, that if they wanted to register for training, they can simply go for that. So for that, what I have done here is I just created one Dataverse table. So let me show you that Dataverse table to you first, and then we will check the different things. And let me just open up the portal again. All right, so I'm just going to the table section over here, and there I have created one table called enrollment. So let me just open up my enrollment table, and let me show you which columns do I have created. So basically I have created a column for phone number, email, course, and comment. So this is simple. You simply need to click on add column and need to provide the name of your column, which type of column you wanted to have. For email, I just took the email type. For phone number, I just took phone number. And for let's say comments, I just took text area, which is multi-line text. And similar way, like name is the default column that has been created here. And for course, I just use the choice column, and I just define different choices, like which training they wanted to enroll for, right? So this is the simple table structure I created. After that, what we need to do is we need to we need to add that form into our page. For that, just go to the form section and just open up your form and just edit the form, that how you wanted to make the user interface for that particular form. With this particular model driven, it will open this kind of model driven app for you, from where you can design your form. So maybe there is a possibility that all the columns are not coming up when you are creating for the form for the first time. So at this moment, let's say we have the when you come for the first time, some of the fields are already there. After that, you simply need to click on this table columns, and need to show all the columns over here. And let's say if you wanted to add some of the columns over here onto your form, simply need to drag those columns here. And even if you want to changing the position, just arrange that based on your convenient, right? So the very first step is that you need to design your form over here. So I just created this particular form over here, and let me just publish this form. So it is being published. After that, the next step is that you need to go to the portal and open up your page. So the page that we were working was training information. So let's just add this, open up this page, training information. And over there, what we need to do here is we need to add one form component. So similar like that, let's add one section. So I'm just adding one column section here, and now I just want to add one form. So just click here and just click on form. So what it will do is it will provide me one property window where I need to integrate my form that is created on my Dataverse table. So let's provide our form name over here. So enrollment one, let me just provide that enrollment one. Then we need to select again the Dataverse table name, and my table name was enrollment table. So I need to select that table. So I'm just going here. Let me find that enrollment. I'm not able to see the form. Let me see the name properly. It is enrollment. So it should show me here. Maybe I'm not able to find out here. Yes, it is here. Enrollment. Let's select that table. Once you select your table, it will show you the different form layout to select. So let's select the information form. So basically this is the form that we just customize. So in your let's say this is my dataverse table, and another form that this is one of the information form that I want to leverage here. So I'll just select that and I will just provide that information table. So what it will do is it will add that form over here, and I want to provide the form in an insert mode so user can insert the records. And after form success, I just want to show the success message, default success message. That's all. And permission, I do not want to apply table permission. Any anonymous user should able to fill out the form. I wanted to have that, so let's keep that as it is. And in advanced setting, if you wanted to show some captcha and all, so you can simply use that feature, right? So I think I we added that form. And make sure one thing, like this form is not being able to see as a preview over here. You simply need to click on browse website in order to browse that feature. So let me just click on that and let's see how it is looking like. So let it to be saved and open it to new window. And here we are. uh, let's say just a minute. Okay, just a minute. I just added that form. Let me just check. Okay. All right. So I just tried to edit that form at the bottom here, but somehow it is showing me only name field. Not sure what's the exactly issue because I just added the same form here. But let's just ignore that part. Most of the time it should show the exact form to you over here, same like this one. So let's consider that it should work as it is. So now let's say I just wanted to add one entry that some anonymous user is coming, and just provide that email address, their phone number, and the course. So let's say they wanted to enroll themselves for Power Apps, and some comments, want to join, and just add some captcha code, FTGDY. So if you do not want the captcha, you can turn that option off as well, and just simply click on submit. So what happened here is upon submission, it is showing me the form could not submitted due to following reason. Captcha code is incorrect. I just incorrect enter incorrected captcha here. So let me just enter correct one. Submit. Not sure what's the issue here. I'm trying to enter that, but let me show you. Like once you enter those records, what name is required field, email is required field, and course is required field. Everything I filled in. Actually, I just placed two form controls on this page. That's why it is causing an issue. Um, but assuming that I'm not getting this error and everything is running smoothly, then what would be the outcome? Let me show you that thing so you will get a better idea. So once you click on enter and go to the data section, what happen here is you are able to see some data records as a row in this particular data section in your Dataverse table. So earlier I just entered one of the line over here and I was successfully able to insert those records. And I was not facing any issue for the first time when I was doing that. And at this moment I'm facing some error, but not, let's focus on that part. When you add that form, everything goes smoothly over here, and I'm using the same screen and adding multiple things on the same page, and that is conflicting with each other and it is causing an issue, right? So we talked about grid and form for anonymous user. Now let's say you have some requirement, like you want like let's say similar kind of form you have, but you have some another page that is dedicated only for the enrolled user. Like once the user is enrolled for yourself and after that they wanted to fill out some forms and all, then at this moment I just created one another page and I just added the same form on this particular page. But I want to achieve this functionality that it is only be visible to the registered user, not for everyone on the public internet. Then how can I do that? Let me explain you that concept at high level, so you will get a better idea. So for that, in PowerS portal there is a concept of web roles that you need to define. For that you simply need to go to the Power Up section, and you just need to simply go to the app section and just click on this ellipsis for your portal, and you just simply need to click on this setting icon. Over here you will find three different settings. Let me just open up and give you overview: authentication, administration, and site setting. So first is identity providers. So at this moment I just using the local form sign in process if some user is registered, and Azure Active Directory. But in future if you want to configure Facebook, LinkedIn, Google, Twitter, Microsoft, you need to follow some specific step and you can configure those things as well, and that will create one profile into contact list, right? So that is one thing. Second thing is that when you open the admins, the second link that is managing different things, then you can change the portal name and you wanted to play with URL and all, then you simply need to go this particular option where you can leverage different admin center privileges. And after that there is a property called site setting, which I was talking about, web roles that we need to define. So let's say for an example, over here there are so many other things as well which you need to explore, but we'll not cover everything over here, like so many other capability, like this portal management is something which is another complete 1 hour session. So let's just focus on the role part over here. So you just simply need to go to the security section and just go to the web roles. Over here some out of the box role has been created, and now let's say I'm just defining one role. So I'm just clicking on add new role over here. So just clicking on new role and let's define that. So I already defined one role called partner, meaning the person who is associated with my portal. And over here you just need to provide that, authenticated user role and all, and you can simply add the users as well over here. So let's say I'm just at this moment I just one of the external user is registered with me called Tejal. So I just added her name over there into this particular web role. Now on this web page access, I just wanted to provide that, one user page should only accessible for the users who are I just wanted to prevent them for the users who are added to that particular group. Then how can I do that? So for that we simply need to go here. Let me just web pages and just select the page name. So this is my page name is user page. Let's select that. And over here there is a option called access control rules, where you just need to provide the partner uh, web role that you just defined. Now what happened here is, here there is an option that, let's say for an example, what you want to achieve when you add that particular role over here. So go to the access control role, just a minute. And I just wanted to provide like only those users are able to see my web page. So just provide grant change. Or let's say if you want to have some functionality that you wanted to restrict some users, so you can simply use restrict read. Then what happen here is, if I use this feature, then if Tejal is able to log in with her account, and if she go to this particular page, she will not able to access that page. So this is how you can define the different web role, and just provide the permission to the user. Now let me for the timing, let me just provide that as a restrict rate, and I'm not just going with the straightforward process, so we will get a better idea that at this moment what is happening, and once we apply this what happens. Hopefully this will work. Just a minute. Let me just open up my portal again here. So I'm just copying this URL and just trying to open that with the incognito window. So I'm just going here, opening the portal into incognito window. You can see at this moment I'm able to see this user page, right? And I didn't sign in, meaning it is publicly available at this moment, but I want to have like some users are not able to see this particular page. Let me sign in with another user over here. So let me just sign in. So I just signed in with the another user, you can see here, right? And after that, what we need to do here is let's just apply this web role over here. I just wanted to have the restrict read and to the partner group. Now when I apply that, what happened here is Tejal will not able to see this form. So let's just save that and let's see what we are getting now. Now it has the restrict read permission. And now let me just open up the same URL again. And what happens? It is taking some time in order to reflect the change. Let's just save and close once again. And let me just browse website again. It is taking some time in order to reflect the change. Let's see till end we are able to check that or not. So let's see that. Let me just open up. It is still visible here. It may take some time in order to reflect that change, but this is how you can manage the web role for your web page restriction on your page, right? So we almost covered everything for this particular session, like how you can restrict the page, how you can add different forms and all. And this is how the simply you can build two or three, just create some dataverse table, customize your different form and add those forms to your portal, and how the people can publicly access those forms over here from the public internet, right? Now let me just do one last thing over here as well. I just added the same form that we were trying to fill in. So let me just try it over here if it is restricting us for anything, or it will allow me to save, so we can also test this functionality. If it is not working, then we are good, no worries. Yes, on from this particular screen, the submission completed successfully. Earlier when we were testing, two forms I added on the same page. That's why it was showing an error to us. And same way, if we go to the same Dataverse table, we are able to see the records as well, the latest record that we just entered. So if we just filtered out by enrollment table and just go to the data section, you can see the latest record has been visible to me. And now let me just check one last thing, if the role is being applied or not. Let's try one last time. If it is being applied, then we are almost good to end this session. And maybe what I can do here is I can simply clear the cache. Maybe just a minute. It's not being still reflected, so let's just ignore that part. But once your role is applied, you are not able to see this particular tab with particular this user, and this is how you can restrict that page from your public internet. right? So I think I covered almost everything. Now let me just share my last slide over here. Just a minute. And coming towards the licensing part, so at this moment, this is the portal licensing pricing, and it is also available if you have per app or per user licensing as well. So this is the official Microsoft link where you can check about the pricing, and for per app plan, it will also provide you to create one portal for you. And there is a separate portal plan as well with login capacity and page view capacity and everything. And for more information about licensing and to check more about how many feature is being provided, you simply need to click on learn more or maybe connect with Microsoft support for more information. So I think I'm good to cover almost everything. And now we have last 5 minutes left, so maybe we can go with the Q&A. And maybe one detailed power platform series is also coming on my YouTube channel, so you can simply visit or maybe you can simply search my name, and you will find the detailed information about more power ups portal video in upcoming week with some detailed explanation about identity and the form creation process, because in 50 minutes we are not able to cover everything. But when once you click on this playlist section, you will find another some cool series onto my channel. So check out that. And I'll also share on my social media as well, and you can simply follow me on my link tree URL. You're good to go. So I think let's go with the Q&A part. So I can see some of the question has been already um, added in the chat window.
Thanks, Dhruvan, for the wonderful session. I think you have covered, a lot of interesting stuff related to the report.
Yes, thank you so much, Arpit.
Yeah, thanks. So I've tried to, give the answer of all the questions that have been asked in the chat, right? So someone is interested, will it allow to upload file to SharePoint as an
Uh, Yes. So actually, for SharePoint as anonymous user without sharing SharePoint. Okay. So let me tell you, here SharePoint integration piece is also provided with the portal. I didn't explore much part on that thing, so I will check about that and let you know, because I'm not sure about that thing at this moment.
all right. Okay. So I think we have covered all the questions now. And thanks
All
for a
right.
wonderful session, Dhruvan. Do you want to share some final words for the community members?
So yes, I think I just wanted to share, like just like Power Portal, and as well as this Power Addicts community is also doing a great work. And we are having regular sessions on every most of the month, and we have some great line of speaker as well. So I would recommend everyone to gain their knowledge with the expertise of the speaker, and just try to build this community more stronger, and keep learning and keep sharing. That's my final word. And at last, I will just share my Linktree URL so you can follow me. And if you have any question about the portal, you can go from there. And even if you wanted to cover me some specific topic for PowerS portal on my upcoming series that I'm going to launch on my YouTube in maybe next week, so just feel free to provide me your inputs as well, so that when I'm preparing that series, I will cover those all the aspects that you are looking for, and you will get to know more about the Power of portal. I like nowadays most of the people are familiar with Canvas app, but this is also another aspect we can elaborate. So thanks a lot, everyone.
Fantastic, Dhruvan. Thanks a lot